Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is MTG Ghoul Dude, and today we got a very little interesting brew that I built and started tuning here and there when Modern Horizons 3 hit the Magic the Gathering Arena platform, if you guys play any of that. But this is what I would like to call a more budgeted version of Eldrazi Burn. It runs very little rares. Yeah, the curve is just ridiculous at like a 1.5. So I mean, it's pretty good. 30 30 30-70 split between the mana costs. This is a historic deck that I put together, of course, because of the Modern Horizons 3 cards. But I based it solely around cards like the Fleshraker and the Skittering Precursor that you'll see do some work in the games that I'm going to show you guys. They're actually kind of quick, believe it or not. We run a suite of low-cost artifact creatures to trigger the Glaring Fleshraker, 4 copies of Ornithopter, 4 copies of Sphere, 4 copies of Chromatic Star, 4 Gingerbrutes, and 4 Scraplings, along with a 2 copies of the dual shot for the lower cost creatures to help us get through a little bit, 4 copies of the Goblin Bombardment, because we're going to be accumulating a bunch of spawns and we can't do anything with them. Like if we need to close out a game and the impact tremors and the flesh rakers aren't doing it, we can sacrifice them to deal some burn damage. It that heralds the end is gonna pivot us more into an aggro go wide strategy, especially if we kind of, I guess you can say, if we run out of steam but we still have like a huge board of spawns, it can come in pretty pivotal. The deck runs 10 mountains, mostly for the precursor, the bombardment, the impact tremors, and for the dual shot. It runs 4 copies of Raminette Ruins, Aired Archway. I mean, this is all, if you guys got suggestions, I'm completely open to changing the deck around a little bit to fit better needs. But I'm kind of short on wild cards right now for the deck, so I only have 2 copies of the Aired Archway and Conduit Pylons, which are really good because they do surveil with the Aired Archway. And like I said, because this is a mostly colorless deck, we do want those colorless sources. But if we do, the pylons can tap for a mana if we can run one of these into it to still have like 2 mana. But that is enough for the deck. This is a best of 1 deck that I come up with. But let's go on ahead and get into the games after I move some stuff around for a second. Here we go. Going ahead and get into the games. Alright, playing a little Eldrazi Burn today. I kind of built this deck and wanted to have a little fun with it. It's mono red with some little spicy stuff. It's artifacts and Eldrazi. So this looks like sort of a keeper if we can find our colorless land for the Glaring Fleshraker, because this is a very pivotal, along with the Skittering Precursor. It's one of the more pivotal cards in the deck. If I can't get a Herald, I think I need to mulligan, and that is just straight garbage, even though it contains every card that I want. Yeah, we're going to have to ship that back. That is what we're looking for right there. So for this, we want to ship back that. The Cavern is okay. I mean, it's if we were running against a blue deck, that's what we don't want to see. We run the Raminette Ruins because we want to be like surveilling, and we want to be sacrificing. So that's why we're playing like the mono red haste cards, some of them, like the Gingerbrute. And all the sacrifice abilities. Oh, we got a Fleshraker. Oh, it's about to go down. We're going to play the Scrapling first. Then play... Oh my gosh, we're just getting everything we want. We're not going to swing though. Because I want the Flesh Wrecker down before I play the Skittering Processor, before I play, so I can start triggering. We're playing against meat hooks. Look at there. That's some shit. Do I blow this up? No, let's wait. We're going to be doing some shadier shit later, so we're going to play the Flesh Raker. Yeah, buddy. We're not going to attack again. We're waiting for the precursor to come in. Or the that herald, so we can start getting bigger creatures. Oh, the slivers are tap for mana. That ain't ever good. Each sliver card in your graveyard has Unearth for 2. It's pretty wild. Oh, they let us have it. Ooh. So... do we go here first? I think we go here first. Because this makes... this starts the pain train. Because we make a dude, it enters, it deals the damage, it makes the dude, it enters. And then we just kind of slice them up as we go. Because we're going to sacrifice it from the mana we get from the other one. And it just spawns a cycle of just sacrificing and constantly just making spawn tokens. And with this one, we can make this. And this will keep the cycle going. And this will make our dudes bigger too. So we use that, sack that. Sacrifice trigger goes on the stack. We get another one. We're going to make another one. Sacking that one. One enters. It's just a constant cycle of sacrificing and sacrificing other stuff. To just wheel in until we get big stuff. Or more artifacts to sacrifice and cycle through. So now we have enough to make the precursor good again. And that'll make that. That'll trigger that again. And then we can go to combat. That's wild, bruh. We're gonna sacrifice another one of them guys. Give him haste. We're gonna swing with that one by itself. Then we're going to sacrifice that to give that a +1 counter. 2 of these trigger. 2 enter. This is just busted nuts. I mean, like, and I have enough to... No, I don't, because he's tapped. But, like, this is how wild it gets. And if he plays, like, a multicolored spell, I have no Elemental Blast. I had to drop these down for the Herald. The Herald's the end. I really enjoy this deck a lot. They have Menace. That's fine. We've got you down to 3. What can you do? I mean, we've got tons of blockers. Resolve all. So we're going to block here. Oh, he knows he's dead. So, I mean, that's, you know, victory number 1 for the little... And, yeah, it's a pretty fun. So, as you can tell, I kind of took the Null Elemental Blast out to deal with a little bit more lower creatures. And usually I found that the Null Elemental Blast was stuck in my hand more than anything. So, let's go on to game 2. Going up against Majaden, I think. Alright, so we got a colorless source. We got artifacts to play. I think we keep this one. Let's see how bad we mess this up. We're not going to play anything until we get the Flesh Rakers down. This is kind of like a mid-range burn deck because we're waiting until stuff can happen to do anything. Unless we get Thought Seized. A man after my own heart. That's what I'm talking about. Which sometimes you want to wait until you get one to start the train. But sometimes that's even a little too late. You want to start it as soon as you can. So, This is the pivotal turn in which we start the pain train. Play the Ornithopter. Get the dude. Make some more. Sack this to play the Ginger Brute. Make a dude. Do some more. Trigger. Sack this. And this is turn 3. Just whopping away at them. And if we can find something else off of the Chromatic Star, we just keep the loop going. Which we couldn't. We found a mountain. Still good for damage. Which this is just a wild board state anyway. I mean, turn 3, he's down to 14 with no like actual combat damage being dealt. That is the power in which when you wield Eldrazi Burn. There was some like, I don't know if you want to call it like gruel. Oh, he's pilfering. Oh no, he's gonna take my Goblin Bombardment. I mean, I ain't got shit else. I got a land. You ain't gonna do much with the land. I'm not gonna block. Get it going again. Second for red. Yeah, buddy, let's go. Let's go. Keep it going. Man, if we get a Herald into one of these, this is dope. We're gonna give him unblockable except for by haste. And then we're gonna swing in with that guy. This is pretty wild. I love this deck, and the Goblin Bombardment with the Precursor just makes it that much better. Because it's just like, alright, we sack all of these dudes right here with the Goblin Bombardment and this, and it just goes. And then if we get a Herald, then it just makes it even better. Well, we got plenty of mana, so I mean, we're fine with. And these 0/2s can block all day, so. And he doesn't want to flip this because I mean we don't have anything in our hand. And 4 damage to their 8 isn't as bad. No creature. Guess we just send him through. Yeah, because we need it that heralds the end to finish this game off. Quite literally. And he got stuck on 2 lands. That's pretty wild. If I get the Herald of the End, this game is over with. Because there's more flyers and more stuff that he can't deal with. But I mean, if he has a removal spell, he's probably hitting the Ginger Brute. Is he gonna go digging? Is he gonna go digging? Digging for clues with his blood. Oh, he's trying to. Oh, is this like a discard deck? Did he get the land? He didn't get the land. Two more. Like I said, man, if we can get that heralds. The processor's not bad. Processor is a good blocker. And he's a menace creature, so it's easier for me to get through. We're going to give him unblockable. Swinging with him. And now we have a blocker for one of the 2/2s, unless he can kill it, because this is a fatal pushable creature. And that's my buddy, Mr. Stewie MTG. No, not the processor. Dang it. I wanted to keep the processor. No blocks. We're in dangerous territory. We need to hit that heralds or Goblin Bombardment. That's it. That's good too. That's game. Good game, fellas. We got there. We got there. Yep, that's a good old Goblin Bombardment win. You don't see them very often. he is just none the wiser. I'm gonna leave my little ginger brute the last one standing. He's trying to figure out why he scoops. You just can't beat Eldrazi Burn. I had a great fun in this game. Thank you very much. And as you can tell, the Goblin Bombardment does earn its place in the deck list. Because, I mean, you just never know when you're going to need a Goblin Bombardment to finish off an opponent. I have had some games that completely swung in my favor just because I had enough deserts to sacrifice to the Rammy Naps. I played in, what was it? It was a Esper control deck. And I found a way to just keep playing the deserts. And I wish I would have recorded. There was so many good games that I've had with this list in the ranked queue for Historic. And some of them are pretty bad. Like, this deck completely folds to life gain. I've yet to run into a life gain deck that I can beat. Because this deck is so chock full of trying to get to the doing the thing. It's a combo deck. It's a mid-range aggro combo deck. I mean, it is what it is. But now we're going to go to the next game, which is a very cool game to me because a friend of mine joined the game, logged in, and he was like, "Hey, you want to play a couple games?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. Let's go on ahead and get a game in." So, on to the next round. All right, ladies and germs, we have good friend of the channel and fellow content creator Stewie MTG on the other side, and we're going to see if we can shake it up a little bit. Do I want to keep this? This is really good. Oh, that's really good. Let's keep it. Give them the salutations. I'm probably going to start off with those two and then play into that. If I can get my next land. I wonder what he's... Oh, he's playing black. He's playing rats. That's wild. Yeah, there he is right there in the bottom corner. Everybody tell him, hey, if you don't know, he is another Magic the Gathering content creator. Bitter Blossom. That's pretty wild. Well, no blocks. We're about to get angry as well. Yeah, he's looking at the cards. He's trying to figure it out. This is gonna about to get wild. Ophiomancer. This is a different kind of deck right here. Fleshraker. Next turn we need to play all the good stuff. No attacks. See, I don't know if he's ready for this Eldrazi burn though. You think he's ready? He probably got a removal spell. Where did my drink go? Oh, there it is. It was in the flow. Vengeful Reaper. I'm not blocking none of that. Oh, that gets haste? That's wild. We're gonna block the Reaper. Oh yeah, boys, it's about to get bad. Alright, so we're gonna play the mountain, play the Tremors, start the train with the Chromatic Spheres. Everything's gonna just start hurting. See if we can burn him out. Where do I have enough for... Oh, yeah, look at there. We do have that. But I don't want to do that, though. Ugh. Let's keep the gun. Let's keep this going. Going for red. Ginger Brute. Triggers. He's picking up what we're putting down over here, and that's never good. Going for another one. That's a land. Guess we can go for the bombardment. And nothing that you kind of don't want to attack into this. We kind of want to save blockers for this. Yeah. Yeah. What is this? Servant of the Stinger. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, if you've committed a crime. Oh, he's about to start committing crimes. That ain't good. He's probably got some very timely removal. That's not a crime. If he wanted to target one of mine, he could have. So, with here, we go here. We got the block. We sacrifice, target that, sack him, go to damage. Yeah. Oh, we got another Ornithopter. We're going, boys. Let's see, what does he got? He's got a 1/3 Death Touch. Do we want to burn him for 2? Let's hold off, because we could do that at instant speed. He's got a Death Toucher open. We're not gonna. We'll wait. Resolve. Death Touching. Death Touch Tribal, I'm guessing. It's pretty unique and different. You know, it is what it is. I think he sees that we're not gonna do nothing. We're just gonna sacrifice and shoot you for 1. Gonna make the Bitter Blossom a little harder to deal with. First, we're gonna crack the ramming out. Sack in a desert. Deal 2 damage. That's a mountain. That's good game. We're going ahead, sack this. Sack that desert. Deal a damage. Sack here. Deal a damage. And that's all she wrote. That's 3 games in a row. If that doesn't convince you that this is a deck that should not be played in, I'm pretty sure that this could be played in a regular game. But let me know what you guys think about it. So, what do you guys think of the deck? Is this worth anything? Is it worth playing? Would you build it? Let me know down in the comments below. And if this is the kind of content you like me producing, you know, maybe I'll keep trying to put some more stuff out there. But that's going to be it for today, everybody. I really appreciate everybody that likes, comments, subscribes, and shares content with your friends and everything. But that's going to be it for today. And I'll see you guys next time in the graveyard.